How's it going? Nice to see you again for another beautiful day. Quick quiz for you. What's the highest mountain in the world? Easy. Everest, of course. How about the second highest? Well, that's K2. Sixth highest? Still with me? Well, for the mountain buffs amongst you, it's Cho-Oyu, also in the Himalayas. How about the highest mountain in the world outside of the Himalayas? Well, 2004, I travelled to Argentina to climb Aconcagua, which is 6,920 metres up. It's the highest mountain in the Western Hemisphere and the highest mountain outside the Himalayas. Now, myself and a friend travelled with a Alpine Ascents, which is a very well-respected climbing group from Seattle. And we chose them because they had amazing guides. They had a great record on high altitude mountains. Now, high altitude mountains, there's no guarantee that you're going to make the summit. What you want to do is you want to enjoy the experience of climbing a mountain. You also want to just, as I would phrase it, maximize your chances of making the summit. And one of the reasons, I suppose, in climbing high mountains, just like anything, a lot of it splits into very much two areas. One is, I need to climb the mountain, physically, of course, carry our gear, all that stuff, but surrounding ourselves with the guides and before the climb, in terms of conditioning and the kit, the logistics and the mindset. On the climb, we had two guides and we had a high altitude guide as well, who were so good. Simply without them, I would not have made the summit. Now, the parallel with business is huge. We see the mountain metaphor everywhere. May it have been above this post or below this post, a firm of solicitors, a SaaS company, someone on a mountain, fist up. The parallel is huge, and it's something we can all really buy into, trying to reach the summit. And for me, the parallel is huge because I've climbed a big mountain and I've worked with early stage companies for a long time. There is a lot that you need to do yourself in order to reach your goal. But it's pretty clear that if you want to maximize your chance of success, at some point you need to bring in somebody to help you. So like on Aconcagua, our guides, seriously impressive people and enjoyable people to have done this experience with. And there were many times where they made decisions which I look back at it and I thought, if they had gone about things the wrong way, we would not have made the summit. And equally with businesses I've worked with, so many of them have made right decisions at the right time to bring in a chairperson or non-exec, build out an advisory board, or bring in an FD, or seek better HR advice from someone who's qualified to give it. Living and breathing both sides, the two come together quite nicely. So on Aconcagua, 9 of us left base camp with 2 guides and a high altitude chap. 9 of us made the summit with our 2 guides and our high altitude chap. Now, I was obviously chuffed that I made the summit, but I was so happy for my team that we'd made the summit. Our guides were so impressed that we'd all made the summit. So you can see that the whole process isn't just about the individual. It really kind of comes down to an individual goal is becomes so much wrapped into something much bigger. Now, the exciting thing about, I guess, this whole space is you will know yourself from your experience in business, maybe you've climbed a high mountain, how this all plays out. I'd be so curious and excited to hear your own analogies. If you've got a mountain analogy, I'd love to hear it. If you've climbed a high mountain yourself, again, I'd love to hear it. It's a great space. It gives rise to my claim to fame that for a very short period of time, in around about January 20th, 2004, I was the highest person on earth. A very random claim to fame. Also makes you think that you don't need to climb the highest mountain to be the highest person on earth. So that's my lot today. Hope you have a calm day. The wind's up here. I'll see you next time. Cheers for now.